Okay, so my second table is supposed to show the frequency of each race in my whole sample or my population, whatever I want to pretend this is. So I'm going to go back to this data set and I'm going to save, what I want to do is I'm just going to copy this right down below and paste it because I still want these races, but I do want to change writing score to number, or I could just save it as n. I would want to save it as little n. I'm going to get rid of these numbers because I don't need them just by deleting them all. And the way that I want to do this is the COUNTIF option. Now, my race variable goes from C2 all the way down to C601. So I know that that's where my data is. Now if I want to see how many in those 600 people, how many African American people I have, instead of going through and manually counting them, I can put in a command, COUNTIF, and I'm going to specify my range, which I know is, it goes from C2 to C601, right? I'm going to put a comma in, and then my criteria has to be in quotes, African American, and I have 34. Now, because I don't need decimal places here, I'm going to reformat these cells to not have any decimal places because I will only have whole numbers. And if I want to do that with Asians, I can do that the same thing, equals COUNTIF, and then I have my range again, C2 to C601, comma, quotes, Asian, close parentheses. And then I have 71 Asians. Now, one of the things that I mentioned in class is that if I want to, if I were to copy and paste this down below, what I'm pasting in here, if you look at, compare this and pay attention up here as I switch. When I look at the Asians, it goes from C2 to C601, and I'm looking for all the Asians in there. When I copy it down to one cell below, it changes the range down one cell. See, I'm missing this top row. So if I, and it also states with Asians. So if I want to make sure that I can copy and paste without having it kind of change with me, I can put a $ in front of whatever I want to stay stable. Now, in this case, I still want it to be C2 and C601, and I want this to be Caucasian. And you see I have 437. Now if I want to copy this and paste it below, it maintains the C2 to C601, but now I'm still not looking for Caucasians, I'm looking for Latino, Latina people. And I have 58. Now these should all sum to 600. If they don't, I would have a problem, but I don't, and it's all good. And likewise, I can copy and paste this into Excel if I want to. I can even work with it in Excel and put all the borders around that I would want, wherever that may be. If I want to put a darker border around the whole thing, that'd be great. You know, you can do whatever you need to do. Sometimes people like a little line in the middle there. You can do whatever you do to make your data and your table as clear as possible.